Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Real Hazardous. Today we're out here about 10 miles offshore with the Arkansas crew, and hopefully we'll catch some sea bass, some flounder. It was kind of rough coming out. It's not too bad now that we're here. Hopefully we can catch some fish for the winds pick up and have us a good day on the water. They were calling for a pretty windy day today, but when we got to the jetties, it wasn't too bad, so we decided to go to a close-in spot for a quick trip. Oh, first fish, right?
Yeah, first fish.
First fish.
All right. We had a bet, so that's a $100 fish right there.
Ah, there you go.
Are you ready for this one?
Yeah, I'll take that off for you. I'll make that. Yeah.
You get all the way to, now this is real light.
Okay.
So when you get one,
You'll know it.
Okay.
Takes a while to get in there. It might be heavier.
When we got there, we put our baits down and we quickly caught some flounder. Kind of surprising. We don't often catch flounder offshore. The funny thing is, there are actually quite a bit of flounder offshore on some of the nearshore wrecks. When we're diving, we see them a lot and we're able to spear a lot of flounder. I think the problem is, when you're fishing, there's a lot of other fish above flounder that are gonna get your bait first. For example, you got these flounder, flat fish, like right on the bottom of the water, and that's where they're fishing for. Most of our rigs are bank sinkers, and they've got baits up here. Now above them, you've got sea bass, you've got grunts, you've got a lot of red snapper, other kinds of fish. There's a whole lot of things that's gonna probably get your bait. Be a little more aggressive and be the first ones to see it. That's going to get your bait. Oh, there you go. Another flounder.
No, flounder, flip it in the boat. Look at that.
That's funny. We've speared a lot of flounder here.
Yeah.
But haven't caught them as regular, so that's pretty cool. Flounder are pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, like the way their mouth is, like they look flat. They look like they got a tiny mouth. But their mouth actually opens
Here you go.
out and up.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can have this one. Great.
It'll go. I'll show you when he's dead, but it'll actually go like out, and it's.
Looks like they got some pretty good teeth in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a bigger fish there.
Yeah.
Look at him.
There you go.
There you go.
Whoa, there you go. Hold on to him. There he's coming out. And it's a nice.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't keep him. But he was a puller, wasn't he? Gills are razor sharp. You gotta be careful. It'll slice you like a regular razor.
Today we were using heavier rigs for bottom fish, to see what we can find. They have sea bass and stuff. But if we were going for flounder, I would use a lighter rig, maybe 20 to 30 pound fluoro leader or monoliter, a smaller, probably 4/0, 3/0 circle hook, and let it get to the bottom pretty quick, probably on a sliding rig setup, sliding sinker setup. Now, you're still gonna catch other fish on this light rig. You're gonna catch some big red snapper and sea bass, and it's gonna be a ton of fun, doing that on light tackle. But that's probably your best chance for flounder. Now, flounder seem to do really well on these wrecks in the early spring, April, May. And there's a few tips I can tell you from diving that'll help you to catch more flounder offshore. First off, flounder like an area that has like a broken wreck structure and sand. So like a newer tugboat, for example, wouldn't be as good for flounder as say like culverts, a bunch of culverts spread out in the sand. It's a lot of area, and flounder, I've just seen a lot diving in the sand around there. Now, I've done good at, wrecks before. It's usually older wrecks. And the key with this is you need to be, along the side of the wreck. So if your depth recorder is showing like a really big marking, and you're seeing fish over this marking, that's great for snapper and other fish like that. But the flounder aren't going to be on the wreck itself. They're going to be in the sand beside it. So, drifting, especially if it's like culvert spread out or wreck, if you can kind of drift alongside the wreck, If you're right above the wreck, you need to throw your lines out, let them get in that sand, and bring them in that way. Right on the bottom, you want your bait right there on the bottom. That's probably your best bet for catching flounder. Someone sent mine. Kind of like the sliding sinker because I can kind of let them pull a little bit, and then when I'm ready, just tighten it up. It's like, yeah. It's like yours is getting hit. Feel it.
Oh, there we go. Come over here, Danny. Here, I'll trade with you. Big snapper, I can't feel him shaking his head. Maybe I need to use. Is he around here?
We're pretty close.
You got one coming up?
Yeah.
There's another snapper
Yeah.
up there. Here you go, Danny, swap with me. You just got to play him with when he fights, kind of go down and when he gives you lines with real money.
I can't see him yet. He's getting close.
Pretty fun on the light stuff, ain't it? Oh yeah, snapper.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
They must be swimming.
A lot of stuff marking now. So that's good.
There you go.
Got something.
Nice snapper. Say it's not, hey, whether you win or lose, we'll let you put the fish in the boat.
There you go.
Snapper?
Yeah. Yeah.
They suppose they have that shut down because there's not very many down here, so you can see that. That is not the case.
Big sea turtle.
Oh, I see him there. Yeah, there is a big old sea turtle.
Wow. Wow.
You're looking for a snack, too, you know?
Funny, the sea turtles tend to hang over wrecks. So a lot of times if you're driving and you see a sea turtle, you can stop and you might find like a fishing spot.
Okay.
All right, guys, we've dove this spot a lot. There's definitely flounder down here normally, and a lot of red snapper, which we've caught them both today. But given that snapper out of season, hoping we can get these flounder. So we're running a little bit lighter, running these slip sinkers, going straight down to the bottom. Snapper could be a little above the bottom, normally are, but flounder like it right on the bottom. Don't normally think of flounder as being an offshore fish, but some boats can done well on them before out here. There we go. I think I pulled it up a little, so it might be a snapper. But a flounder would be a nice surprise. Ah, sea bass.
Uh-oh, John's back here. He's got a great white. On the end.
You got a bait cut over there, Dad?
What's that?
You got a couple baits? Thank you. There we go.
You got there, Donald? I'm not sure yet. No, see that. He pulled harder than that, didn't he? He pulled harder than that.
Okay,
He
cool.
was on, must have been in Arkansas, see
Yeah.
What do y'all think about your coach over there, our old coach? Oh, Pittman? Well, Arkansas. Who was it over here in Arkansas? Not coach,
Franks?
Oh, Flanks. He was pretty good last year, considering how terrible Arkansas was for 2 years.
Hey, y'all had a pretty decent season. I mean, y'all had some really close games, too.
Yeah, we had, well, I think There was some real questionable calls in 3 games.
That Auburn one?
Cost of that Auburn one especially.
Maybe be a nice sea bass or a
Could
flounder.
be.
Hopefully something we can keep.
Yeah.
Almost there, I see leader. It's a sea bass. It might be a little short.
Yeah, you have to be a certain inch.
Yeah. These are 13. The winds picked up, got pretty rough, so we decided to head back in. We went inshore, tried a little bit of redfish at the jetties and a couple other spots. Didn't do as good. It was a pretty fun trip though. We got to go with our relatives from Arkansas. Pretty exciting. Gave me some new ideas for catching flounder. Pretty cool. I've got some new rigs I want to try and some ideas. It was just fun getting out in the water. Hope you guys learned some things. Hope my tips from diving and seeing flounder helped. If you got any questions, just comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.